What's up, guys? It is Dan from FightWave, and today I'm joined by somebody who I'm very excited to speak with. If you know anything about me, you know I love the Contender Series, and following Dana White's Contender Series Week 1, I knew I had to get this guest on. I'm talking to Greek Cypriot Charalampos Grigorio today, who's coming off an emphatic finish of Cameron Smotherman. I mean, one of the best Greek talents in the world right now. Talk to me about how you're doing, brother, and how has everything been?
Hey man, how are you? Thank you for inviting me. I feel amazing. After my victory, I'm living the dream.
Absolutely, and I mean, coming off an emphatic finish, Pampos, it's been phenomenal to see, the support and everything that's come your way since that finish. Talk to me about, obviously, the Contender Series, just the experience of fighting on it, and seeing your hard work come to fruition after so many hard years of fighting and making your way to this point. How has everything been, and how was that, experience?
Oh man, look, it was a dream come true. I was waiting for this opportunity for a long time. Uh, when I was in Cyprus, before I decide to come in US, I was watching videos from UFC, and I was visualizing myself, to step in this cage, and I got this opportunity, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna get the win, 100% because this is my dream, that's the reason I came in US, and especially before the fight when they showed my life back in Cyprus, and my videos, I got so much emotional, man. And I was behind the doors, before you open the doors to get in the arena. I got emotional, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it for me. I'm gonna do it for my people, for my country, man. And this is what I did.
Absolutely, and I think your story really rung true to me. I think that it was a very emotional, very compelling story, and just the way you went out there and performed, you couldn't have asked for a better performance. It was a phenomenal finish within the first few minutes of the fight, and it speaks to just how ready you were to get in. I think there was nothing that was going to stop you getting in and getting that contract. And even Dana White said, how can I turn this kid down? You've got
Yeah,
everything. You've got the personality. You've got the Greek community and the Cypriot community backing you. You've got, obviously, just two amazing communities backing you. And I think you're the first Greek Cypriot fighter in history to make it to the UFC. So I wanted to pick your brain there if that's the case. Uh, is it or...
actually, I'm the second Cypriot. Was like 10 years ago. Costas Philippou. Costas
Yeah.
Philippou was used to train in my gym too.
Mhm. I know him because I remember he fought Musasi back in the day. But yeah, like,
Yeah,
first, second, I think, like, more importantly, you've put it on the map in this generation, starting the decade off, putting it on the map. More importantly, it's been phenomenal to see the support that you've garnered, alongside Greek fighters like, Khalid, I think it was Kalionidou, yeah, and then Mihailidis, and then, I know
oh,
there's another guy in Bellator, Theodore Makuka, who's fighting in September. Just, right now, the names are going up in Greece and in Cyprus overall. I wanted to ask you just what it's like to see the support coming your way, and more importantly, just what it means for you to represent both the countries and put them on the map.
man, the support, it's unbelievable. I mean, because look, from Cyprus, I'm the only one. Uh, uh, and especially from Greece too, because there are no one from Greece is in UFC right now, like originally from Greece. Uh, so for me, I I feel um, happy, and I want to make them proud. You know what I mean? So from one side, it's very good because you have all this support. From the other side, you feel the pressure. Because um, you have to go there. You represent two countries, and you have to give everything. So for me, even when I did the interview with the UFC, I told them I feel amazing to represent my country, but I have the pressure. I have the people that is waiting for me. So uh, so. Uh, So for me, it's everything. And when I got the win, oh my God, the whole country, man, was on fire. Even now, when I travel in Cyprus, everybody was is waiting for me at the airport, the channels, everything, and it's unbelievable. Plus, I want to mention that the UFC, the UFC production, it's gonna make a documentary for me in Cyprus. So before the fight, they choose like some athletes that they have the potential to sign with the UFC. So they choose me, and I'm honored. You know, they came to my room before the fight, backstage, and they said, if you sign with the UFC, we're gonna come to Cyprus for 2 days. You know, we wanna see the celebration and everything. So that's the biggest thing, I think, man, because it's the first time in history in Cyprus that is that this is happening.
No, yeah, definitely, and I mean, that's phenomenal. I don't think we've ever seen that for just any fighter off the Contender Series to get the level of exposure that you've gotten, and to see the UFC kind of see what we see in you. You know, more importantly, that chance to be a global superstar, and more importantly, the biggest Greek athlete in the world. And like you mentioned, it's a lot of pressure, and I think more importantly, you've been able to handle the pressure very successfully because of who you train with and who you surround yourself with. You know, training with the likes of the people at Sarah Longo Fight Team and Law MMA. You know, you've got guys like Aljamain Sterling, Merab Dvalishvili, Ally Quinta, Chris Weidman. The list goes on of guys who've been there, been through the highest pressure situations that you can look up to and see in that moment, you know, how they handle and deal with it. So talk to me just about what it's been like to train at Law MMA and see these people kind of lead by example and learning from them how to deal with the pressure a little better and just improve.
You know, man, because of them, I'm here now. You know, because of them, I'm in the UFC. Um, because we have the best coaches, the best teammates in the world, man. Anything I need, uh, I can ask them. They can help me with everything. You know, we do hard sparring, and when I spar with them, man, I'm thinking, and I'm like, I'm not afraid of anyone. You know, I do sparring with the best athletes in the world, the best fighters in the world. I'm not gonna be scared of a random guy. You know, so for me it's very important because when I came in US, I was a kickboxer, a striker. But when I started training with Sarah Longo team, um, now I'm in a different level, man. And you can see I signed with the UFC.
No, yeah, definitely. And I think it's just a testament to how great the gym is, just the culture they have. It's a very family oriented, kind of community driven gym. It's been phenomenal to see you improve there. And more importantly, just the, like we mentioned earlier, the reception you get back home. You know, I want to ask you what it meant for you to get that contract. And more importantly, just the support from your family, not the community in Cyprus, but what it meant to your family, you know, when immediate maybe calling them right after the fight, or just what it meant for you to be able to put your accomplishment and journey and dreams in the hands of your family who sacrificed so much for you, and just to be able to be there for you and be there for them in verse.
For me, UFC was the ultimate goal. You know, that's why I came in US. I left everything behind, and you know, nobody believed in me. Nobody. All right, just me, just me. uh, um, so I trained so hard. I sacrificed so much, and I'm like, I go all in. You know, so my family are my family is very proud for me. You know, at the beginning when I left and I came in US, you know, they didn't like it, you know. But now they are very proud. They're like, oh my son, you know. Uh, so yeah, man. I feel proud because I make them proud. And I made my people proud and I made my country proud.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think I speak for everyone when I say we look forward to watching you get back in that octagon whenever it may be. After the performance you had on the Contender Series, I think a lot of people are going to be asking for Haralampos Gregorio to get back on a UFC card. You know, that's
Yes,
for
sir.
certain. I mean, I want to ask you just in terms of, obviously you're going right now back to Cyprus, just for to visit friends and family and just be there for a little bit. But what are some goals you have? Maybe fighting goals you want to get back in there by the end of this year, or just any personal goals you might have to close the year out strong.
Uh, Look, I already asked them about December, and I already asked them about the potential opponent, but they said he's out. But uh, I want to fight in December, man, before the end of the year. That's the goal.
Absolutely. Any clue on who? Can you clue us in on who the opponent possibly was? Give us the inside
Hello,
scoop.
I asked for Cody. Cody, no love.
Oh, damn! Wow, that okay. That's actually amazing. But I would have wanted.
Yeah.
I would have wanted to see that. But I think regardless, I speak for everyone when I say like 135 is gonna be put on notice when Haralampos Gregorio goes in there and fights. Put your heart out and put everything on display. I think you lead by example. I think everything about you speaks resilience and grit. You've shown time and time again you've defied the odds, and now you're in the UFC, brother. And I think I speak for everyone when I say we look forward to watching you compete. So on that note, December, hopefully we'll see you in the octagon. And to the
Yeah.
fans at home watching, do be sure to check out Pompos on social media. Cyprus, you've got yourself a superstar in the making. Be sure to get behind your guy. Greece, you've got a superstar in the making. Get behind your guy. And America, you're not ready for what's about to come. So thank you so much for your time, Pompos. Absolute honor and privilege to speak with you, and I look forward to watching you compete very soon. To the fans at home watching, if you guys enjoyed this interview, do be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check him out on social media in the description down below. It's been me, Dan, from Fight Wave. Have a great day, guys.